The eviction moratorium has just expired. So what does that mean for you if you're a tenant? What does it mean for you if you're a landlord? And what does it mean for the housing market? So number one, if you are facing eviction, if you're renting a property and you have fallen on hard times during the pandemic and through the economy and the issues we've seen over the last couple of years, and you're facing eviction, you do have some options, and it's going to take a little bit of time for that eviction process to get through the court. So you want to find out what your options are, contact your local city, county, and or state, and look that up and find out where your legal aid department is to help you. There are funds available that you have to apply for. Your landlord no longer is required to apply for any kind of benefits on your behalf. You have to do it on your own, and the clock is ticking on those. So there are funds available that have been set aside by the federal government to all the states to help with people facing eviction, and it's tens of thousands of dollars for individuals. So definitely find out what's available in your area. Many states, counties, and cities have different programs in addition to what's available from the federal government. So you want to find out from your legal aid department what your options are. And if you are facing eviction, don't ignore it. Go to court, ask for an extension so that you can have time to tap into those resources. You can get free legal representation to kind of help you in the process so that you can buy a little bit of time. And if you're a landlord, you have the same resources available to you. There are funds available for landlords to help your tenants that you can tap into, but you need to go apply because the clock is ticking on those funds. So you have a limited amount of time to apply. So check your state, federal, local governments and find out what resources are available, because there is a lot of money available to landlords and tenants facing these situations and these challenging times, especially given the current environment moving forward with the pandemic and the Delta variant that's still out there. So you definitely want to find out what your options are, what the assistance that available is, and what it takes and what the requirements are for you to receive that assistance. But for everybody involved, you can buy yourselves time by checking into these things and getting yourself the proper legal representation. And again, if you don't have the funds for that, that is available to you, provided by your local city or county to help you with that. Now, what does this mean for the housing market? So this is potentially adding a little bit of inventory to the market. There are some landlords that once they get through this time, they're going to go ahead and sell those properties. So we might see some properties coming on the market, but the housing market is still relatively strong. So I don't think that's going to impact inventories to a large degree or values as a whole. So I think a lot of these multifamily and residential properties that will be coming on the market will get absorbed pretty quickly. The market is still pretty hot. We have a little bit of a cooling off period right now because of the summer. The housing market is down nationwide, but there are still pockets that are still red hot where houses are still selling pretty quickly. So it is an interesting time right now. It's a tough time for a lot of people, but it's also a good time for the real estate market in general. So there are options for everybody out there, whether you're an owner looking to sell, whether you're a tenant looking for help, or if you're a landlord looking for help. There's lots of resources. It's a good real estate market, so you'll definitely be able to sell your property. And if you're a tenant, you can definitely find some help and some resources to help you relocate and move on. Just don't ignore things. Make sure that you understand what resources are available and that you go ahead and take advantage of those while you can.